At Radhakund, Saraswati Thakur established a house for the residence of his gurus Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gorakishore Das Babaji. He said that he and his disciples should only stay there to serve the higher Vaishnavas, and that their place of residence should be at Govardhan Hill, a little distance away. Saraswati Thakur always cautioned his disciples not to intrude upon the higher Leela of Krishna. First deserve, then desire. Do not try to go to the higher plane with your impurities. First, purify your heart with Nam Sankirtan, the holy name of Krishna. Unlike other so-called gurus and Siddha Purushas of his time, Saraswati Thakur did not allow his disciples to discuss the details of Krishna's amorous love with the gopis, although Saraswati Thakur did indeed have many highly qualified disciples. He was particularly disturbed if he heard that any disciple was discussing Ras Leela. Saraswati Thakur also did not allow his disciples to read such books as Gita Govinda, Ujjvala Nilamani, or Govinda Lilamrita. Saraswati Thakur's caution was Matala Harijana Vishaya Range, Pujala Ragpata Gaurava Bange. Always worship the path of Ragamag, spontaneous devotion. Do not rush ahead. Keep yourself a little distant and below. One who transgresses these instructions will be cast down. That was the motto of Gaudiya Math.
Why people were objecting? Why they were objecting? Because he was distorting the teachings? Or he was pointing out the distortion? After all, if you really want to take and put in a nutshell what he taught about Gaudiya Vaishnavism was, we should practice Gaudiya Vaishnavism without any hypocrisy. This is what he said. I am the enemy of hypocrisy, especially when it comes in the name of Gaur. This was really what he amplified. This point, and there was a lot of it, and therefore there was a lot of objection. And then when they object, he roared louder. They used to call him his disciple Singha Guru, Lion Guru. Like a lion, he roared back louder. He was not about to be intimidated by any such objections. And then they would cite the philosophy and question his initiation and this and so many things. Doctrines came up in opposition to him. So many fine, detailed points, ignoring his emphasis on being the enemy of hypocrisy, and emphasis on a serving disposition. Rather than just collecting information about Radha and Krishna Leela. Actually cultivating self-sacrifice. And this is what this monk order was about. Self-sacrifice. And somebody could sit happily in the dham, in the holy place, and get chapatis and rice and chant Hare Krishna. No, send them to England with nothing. Send them to America with nothing, these monks. Let them live only on their faith in Krishna. Krishna will provide. Faith in the name of Krishna. That's what my Guru Maharaj did on his order. And see what happened from that. Who has life, he said, that person can preach, can explain these things. They had life. They were giving life to Gaudiya Vaishnavism. We can embrace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and live in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, reject him and die to what it's all about, no matter how much information we may have about it, how well we can speak theoretically about it.
In 1933, Saraswati Thakur sent his first envoys to Europe via London to preach the message of Sri Chaitanya. Bhakti Hriday Ban Maharaj and Bhakti Pradip Tirtha Maharaj set sail from Bombay with the blessings of Saraswati Thakur to preach and propagate Krishna consciousness in the West. In 1934, the construction of the Adbhut Mandir at Yogapit in Mayapur began. While digging the foundation for the temple, a deity of Adokshija Vishnu was unearthed. The eminent archaeologist Sri Ram Prasad Chanda ascertained the age of the Adokshija Vishnu deity to be that of the era of Sri Chaitanya. Thus, it was determined that the Adokshija Vishnu deity was the household deity of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, the parents of Sri Chaitanya, further confirming the site as the birthplace of the Supreme Lord. The next year, the Adbhut Mandir was completed due to the magnanimous contributions of Sri Sakhicharan Bhakti Vijay, who bore the entire expense of the temple. The grand opening was held on Guru Purnima in 1935 and was attended by thousands of devotees and pilgrims who performed loud Krishna Sankirtan. The festival was also attended by the king Maharaja Bir Bikram Kishore Dev Bahadur of Tripura state. The Maharaja commented that he was pleased to see the developments at Sri Chaitanya's birthplace. With the opening of the skyscraper temple at Yogapit, it was concluded by all that Saraswati Thakur had indeed fulfilled the vision of Bhaktivinoda Thakur by building the Adbhut Mandir. Sir John Anderson, Governor of Bengal, then visited Mayapur by personal invitation and presented an official proclamation that Yogapit in Mayapur was the authentic birth site of Sri Chaitanya. News of this came as the death blow to the Sahaja and caste Brahmin communities of Navadvip. In September of 1935, Bhakti Hriday Ban Maharaj returned from preaching in Europe and was greeted with a grand reception in Howrah Station in Calcutta. With Ban Maharaj were two German scholars, Baron von Goethe and Herr Ernst Schulze. In due course, Ernst Schulze fully embraced Gaudiya Vaishnavism and became Sadananda Das, an initiated disciple of Saraswati Thakur. Saraswati Thakur was happy upon the return of his preachers from Europe, but still remained anxious that someday strong preachers should become permanently established in Western countries. In October 1936, Saraswati Thakur went to Jagannath Puri, where he began to manifest the pastimes of his departure from this world. In Puri, he stayed at Chattagaparvat and preached vigorously to his disciples and visitors. During one confidential discourse, he mentioned that we will not live in this world very long, and that if we can die while continuously doing Krishna Kirtan, then our birth will have been successful. We are only carriers of the message of Sri Chaitanya. In December, Saraswati Thakur returned to Calcutta and stayed at Bagbazar Gaudiya Math. It was here that he gave his last instructions to his disciples. Always preach the message of Sri Rupa Raghunath, the followers of Sri Chaitanya. Our only desire is to become the dust at the feet of the followers of Sri Rupa Raghunath. While staying at Bagbazar Gaudiya Math on January the 1st, 1937, at 5:30 a.m., Saraswati Thakur, who had descended to this world from the personal entourage of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, concluded his earthly pastimes and returned to the abode of the Supreme Lord. Much to the wonder of everyone, all the clocks of the Math stopped at exactly that moment. Arrangements were then made to take Saraswati Thakur's body to Mayapur by train, where he was placed in Samadhi. Along the way, thousands of people gathered to pay their respects to this great personality who had boldly preached the message of Sri Chaitanya for the benefit of all.
A special train from Calcutta to Krishnanagar was arranged, and from Bagbazar Math we carried his holy body to Salda station. From there, there's a special train to Krishnanagar. From there, on the roof of a bus, came to this Sarvganja Ghat. From there, we crossed the Saraswati river, and then again we carried by our shoulder to the Math, and there, this place of Samadhi. In the morning we reached. The whole day it took to come from Calcutta, to come to Chaitanya Math. About 7, 8 o'clock we reached Chaitanya Math at night.